Hi, I'm Craig Danieloff, President and CEO of iCat Corporation. I'd like to thank you for taking the time today to learn a little bit more about iCat Corporation as well as our products and technology. What I'd like to do is introduce you to the company and tell you a little bit about our background, as well as talk about how we see the exciting electronic commerce marketplace. Then I'd like to take a few minutes and tell you some details about iCat products and technology, how they work, and how you can use them to create really great catalogs. And finally, I'd like to introduce you to some of the companies that we're already working with, both as customers as well as both development and technology partners. iCat Corporation was founded in late 1993 to develop interactive catalogs originally on CD-ROM. It's a privately financed company that currently employs about 90 people here in Seattle. The team is made up of a number of software industry executives and a lot of experienced people from Adobe, Microsoft, IBM, Spry, and many other companies with which you're probably familiar. iCat's mission is to develop the world's best electronic commerce software. The market for electronic commerce software is enormous and growing rapidly. We define it primarily as the emerging web developer or web marketer market, and we realize that it's made up of a whole different collection of many divergent companies. There's small companies and large companies, companies that sell high-tech goods and companies that sell very simple traditional goods. And the really unifying attribute of them right now is an interest in participating in this new marketing segment, in a new way to reach customers, in a lower cost way to reach customers, in a way to give people more information about products before they make a buying decision. There's a natural evolution in the way that companies adopt and implement the internet, and that has a direct impact on electronic commerce and on iCat software. Most companies begin simply wanting a web presence, and then after a while they decide they need a richer marketing site, and then add a catalog, and finally electronic ordering. The reason that this implementation is a natural progression is that it becomes increasingly difficult, complex, and expensive to make it through these phases of their internet development. So let's look at each of these stages and look at the barriers and the solutions to these barriers that are now available. To begin getting involved in the internet, putting a website up is simply a matter of dollars. Most companies hire a consultant and put a website up. After a little while, they decide they need a second-generation site, richer graphics, more information about the company, and maybe even some product information. And that's okay, but the barrier has been HTML, which has been, up till now, required some special expertise. Although we've seen products like PageMill and FrontPage, and more recently NetObjects come out that make it a drag-and-drop, shrink-wrap solution. And so we've seen a lot more companies get better and better websites without spending $250,000 or more. Adding a catalog to the website, however, is fairly complicated. And the reason is that if HTML was hard, then connecting a database to the web is really difficult and costs a lot of money. In fact, IDC and Forrester Research both recently said that adding a database and a catalog to a website and creating a true interactive commerce site pushes the average cost of websites up near $1 million. The iCat Commerce Publisher acts much like PageMill or FrontPage for building a catalog. It makes it a shrink-wrap, drag-and-drop solution. You fill in the blanks, push a button, out comes the catalog. And so companies are able to stay on this application path as opposed to going to the custom development path that costs a lot of money. Once the catalog is developed, electronic ordering is even more complicated because it requires CGI scripting on the internet server. And if you look at catalogs on the web, you'll see that only 1 in 10 has any electronic ordering. And the reason for that is this complexity and cost. The iCat Commerce Exchange makes it possible to add electronic ordering as easy as installing the application and picking a template that includes searching and ordering. One of the reasons it's been so difficult and so expensive to get a site developed, it has to do with the fact that people had to buy and locate and integrate a lot of different components, databases, payment systems, web servers, accounting system communication, HTML generation, and it really just was too complex a task for the average merchant or even the average developer to get through at an economical basis or in a reasonable period of time. So against this market, we've introduced 3 products. The iCat Electronic Commerce Publisher, the iCat Commerce Exchange, and the iCat Commerce Player. And we sell the iCat Commerce Publisher and Exchange together in a single solution called the iCat Commerce Suite. The iCat Commerce Publisher is a box that allows you to create your catalogs. This means you're going to collect your information, organize it, lay it out in terms of how you want the finished catalog to appear, and push a button and have the catalog be completed, ready to run on any internet server. The iCat Commerce Exchange runs on the internet server and adds transaction processing capabilities. If you want to have searching and ordering in the catalog, the Exchange has to be running on the internet server. If you don't, it's not a necessary component. And the third piece is the iCat Commerce Player, which is an option that allows you to run CD-ROM catalogs on Macintosh and Windows. The advantage of this is you can have full screen, full motion, high bandwidth catalogs that are really a bit too much to deliver via the internet right now. And you can get a catalog to a lot of people who still don't have internet access. So with these three products, what iCat provides is a much more complete solution. You've got one shrink-wrap box that allows you to build catalogs, one shrink-wrap box that allows you to handle transaction processing, and all that's necessary is internet access, which can be web hosting from an ISP or an in-house internet server. Let's look a little bit more closely at how you actually create and deliver a catalog with the iCat electronic commerce system. What you can see here is that we begin on the publishing side, and publishing happens with the publisher product on Windows or Macintosh. What I'm going to do here is collect my data, organize it into sections and subsections, families, which is cross relationships among products. And I'm going to pick a template, which is the output layout that the end user is going to see when they shop the catalog. And I'm going to save the finished catalog in an HTML format that's ready to run on any internet server. So now when I go from the publishing environment to the serving environment, we're ready to run on any internet server on 8 flavors of Unix plus Windows or Macintosh. And we have the iCat Commerce Exchange available to help out with database connectivity for searching or ordering. So what Exchange does is when someone on a web page says, show me all the red sweaters over $100, Exchange talks to the database, generates the dynamic HTML page, and returns it to the shopper. Or when the shopper adds something to the shopping cart or makes the purchase, Exchange makes the appropriate marks in the database of what they've ordered and communicates with the payment processing system that they've chosen to use, be it check-free, First Virtual, Open Market, Secure Socket, or any of our supported electronic payment systems. So it's really a complete solution from start to finish. I can build my catalog, I can deliver it, I can handle all the transaction processing. There's nothing other than a web server and host connectivity that's really required. So we're very confident that what iCat has delivered is the best catalog software available right now to build electronic commerce solutions for the internet or CD-ROM. And we think it's the best for a couple of very specific reasons. Number one is its flexibility. While we make it very easy to get a catalog going quickly, we give you a lot of ways to customize the catalog so that it looks the way and behaves the way that you or your merchant needs it to behave. Number one, there's a lot of pre-built templates, so there's a wide variety of choices for how the catalog looks, how it operates, and how it is organized. Number two, we've got 5 major payment systems already supported with more coming online. We realize that in the future, connectivity to legacy infrastructure systems, payments, accounting, shipping, are all going to be really important, and that's a little bit of the direction you'll see future technology from iCat be delivered. We think we've priced this software right. We think we understand the size of this market and the amount of money that the emerging breadth of companies that want to participate are willing to spend for this technology. And frankly, they don't. A shrink-wrap box doesn't need to cost as much as 9 months of consulting, and that's why we've priced this the way we have. And most importantly, it's a complete solution. The iCat Electronic Commerce Suite is really everything you need. In fact, as you can see with our trial software, in as little as 20 minutes, someone can have a small catalog running. We've got a number of clients that I'll talk about in a minute who have had full-blown sites up in 2 to 3 weeks at very, very small costs. And we really think this distances us considerably from the other competitors in the market at this time. Now, the other way to look at what's important in catalog software is the result. How good are the catalogs that come out the back end, and what were the costs and expenses necessary to develop them? And we think if you look closely at the catalogs at iCat.com, our website, or that we deliver in the box, you'll see that they're really the best catalogs on the web. And when you're deciding what's a good catalog or what's a good catalog software, there's a few points you can consider that are really useful to try to compare some of the available options. Number one is development time. How long is it going to take to build this catalog? And number two is how much is it going to cost? And there's some very hard questions you can ask people. And if you look at our site, for example, you can see a number of catalogs where we specifically document the amount of time, the amount of cost, and the amount of expertise necessary to build it. Because we think that the large number of companies that need to get involved in commerce over the next 12 to 18 months have very limited time and money to do this, and yet they want a high-quality result. So the next point is what features are in the catalog. And by features, I'm talking about things like navigation, a shopping cart, text searches, pull-down menu-based searches, relationships among products to cross-sell and upsell. And if you look very closely at the features that iCat provides in this market right now, I think you'll see it's by far the largest array of features for the catalog shopper, as well as for the merchant to administer their catalog and have a good internet merchandising experience. So briefly, let's look at who has been using iCat software to date and what some of their experiences have been. A lot of companies have already taken advantage of iCat technology over the last few years, and especially this year since our 2.0 product ship. Some of those whose catalogs you can see at our website at iCat.com include the Worldwide Wrestling Federation, the Edutainment Company, Apple Computer recently put an intranet catalog up, as did Boeing, with iCat software. So mostly I'd encourage you to visit iCat.com and see the breadth of companies and the kinds of solutions that they've built with our software. Lastly, I'd like to talk a little bit about how partnership programs are important to the iCat Corporation and some of the people we're already working with. We've got a number of different ways for outside organizations to work with iCat to further the electronic commerce industry and our mutual growth in that segment. Number one is a program called the iCat Internet Service Providers Program, which allows web hosting companies to use iCat software and make iCat commerce sites available to their hosted companies very easily. Number two is the iCat Commerce Partners Program, which is set up to allow web developers to use our software or assist our customers to build catalog sites. There's a lot of capability to customize this software. There's a lot of new technology and information necessary for a merchant to participate in electronic commerce. And there's a lot of experts out there, and we're very eager to have them work with us to get these merchants up and running as fast as possible. And lastly, we have a number of technology partners. These include companies like Open Market and First Virtual and CheckFree, whom we've already built in components of their technology, and include some of our platform partners like DEC, who made it possible for us to make our software available on the Alpha NT platform. So I hope that's given you a good introduction to the iCat Corporation, as well as an overview of our technology and products. We're really excited about the electronic commerce market and looking forward to continuing to deliver the world's best electronic commerce software.
Hi there, my name is Sonny Spearman and I'm the Director of Channel Programs for iCat Corporation. Today I'm going to demonstrate iCat Commerce Publisher, the top-selling electronic commerce software in the world. First thing I'm going to do is give you an overview of the product. We're going to use the Edutainment Catalog Company as an example. And since we've already imported their data into the database, I'm going to show you how to edit the data and actually add data to your products, such as QuickTime movies, PDF files, and audio files. Then we're actually going to go in and apply our products to a hierarchy, sections and subsections in the catalog. And then I'm going to show you an advanced feature in our product by the name of Families that'll let you cross-sell and upsell products. At that point, we'll actually be ready to use the iCat templates that come in the box. There's actually 300 templates we ship in the iCat Commerce Publisher box. And you can take those templates and edit them and completely customize your catalog. At that point, we'll publish the catalog to the web, go out on the World Wide Web, and show you some live iCat catalogs. So let's get started. First thing we'll do is open up our database here, and I'll show you the list of items that we're going to demo with today. I'm going to actually search for a specific product by the name of the Lion King. It's one of Edutainment's top-selling products. Once we dive into the product, you'll see here that we have a lot of product information. Initially, we start with the item name, the identifier and the SKU number, the company name, and the price. And you'll notice there's also a summary of the product. You'll see that these fields are actually all customizable by using the data map information over here to our right. If we have more information than just the basic picture price paragraph for our product, and we hope that most of our customers do, we've got 24 extra text fields that can be fully customized. So in the case of the Edutainment Company, you'll see here that we've changed one of the fields to the platform, the medium, CD-ROM or floppy, the manufacturer, and the age range for the product. And again, if they wanted to add more information into their products on the web, they can customize any of the other 24. Under the Number tab, we give you 24 extra number fields to use for customization. So if you have a product that has a lot of technical information or technical specs, you can use these number fields. Or perhaps you actually sell products to a lot of corporate customers that have special pricing, and so you might want to use your fields for that. So once we've entered our text data, we're actually ready to add support materials to our product. In the Lion King animated storybooks case, we have some extra large text description, so we've imported that here and connected it as a support material. We've also linked all of our GIFs for the product here in the database. And here's the path to my hard drive where the GIF lives. Once we've collected all our data and entered all the information, we're ready to organize it. To do that, we're going to go to the Section tab, and we're going to add the Lion King animated storybook to the sections in the catalog where we want it to show up. In the first case, we're going to add it to the Kids Catalog section, and then we're going to choose the appropriate subsection, in this case, ages 2+. We're also going to add the Lion King to the on sale section in our catalog, because we've had it around for a while and we're ready to get rid of the rest of them. Once we've created a product hierarchy, we're ready to create relationships between products. So in this case, with the Edutainment Catalog and the Lion King animated storybook, we might want to create a relationship between the storybook and the Lion King lunchbox. The way we're going to do that is by creating a family. We're going to search for all the products that contain the Lion King, and then we're going to add them to the family. Now when a shopper comes to the Lion King, they're going to see a button that says Additional Lion King Products, and that way you can cross-sell and upsell your products. Now we're actually ready to choose a template and publish our catalog. Before we publish our catalog, we'll want to take a look at our templates and choose one to use. If you go out to iCat.com, you can view all the different templates that are available. They're organized by vertical categories or by look and feel, in this case fall or food. There's also triangles and glow. There's 300 different templates in the box, and you can use them just as they are, or you can totally customize them with your own graphics and your own hierarchy. So once we've picked a template, we'll want to go back out to iCat Commerce Publisher and save our catalog. Now we're ready to save our catalog to the web. First thing we do is name our catalog, in this case the Edutainment Demo. Then we're ready to actually point to the template that we just chose. And then we're going to link to the folder that we want to export our catalog into. Now we're ready to hit Save Our Catalog. Next, we'll get a dialog box that'll ask us if we want to export the entire catalog or part of it. You may want to export part of it so you can double check and make sure all your graphics are in the appropriate places. Once you've done that, you can hit Save, and iCat Commerce Publisher automatically writes all your HTML for you. Let's go out to iCat.com and take a look at some live catalogs on the web. Here we are live on the World Wide Web. Let's take a look at an iCat catalog. The World Wrestling Federation is a great place to start. Let's dive right into their ring of products and see what they have to purchase today. Shawn Michaels is their hottest wrestler. I think we should take a look and see what sort of tchotchkes are available for him. Well, there's the Shawn Michaels pins. And you'll notice here are the downloadable cool images. Those were actually linked in the iCat database as support materials and then embedded in the template when we published the catalog. I don't know about those pins. I'm thinking maybe a t-shirt would be a good item, or a baseball hat, or the tank top and shorts. Oh, but I don't know, maybe a pair of boxers? How about a pair of large? And I think I'm going to add them to my order. We'll take a look at the shopping cart and see what it looks like. Here I get a little summary of my products. Let's go back and continue shopping. I think that's enough Shawn Michaels gear. Maybe I'll take a look at another one of the wrestlers. How about Bret Hitman Hart? We can also download images from Bret, purchase a t-shirt or pins. Oh, that's kind of a neat t-shirt. Let's add that one to our order. And there you'll see that the shopping cart now has both items. But I want to go back to Bret, and I've decided he's not very popular anymore. I don't know, maybe I don't want to keep that. Maybe I'll add the pins. Now I've got 3 items in my cart, but I'm going to go ahead and remove the Bret t-shirt. And now I have a new order form. Let's go back and shop a little more and take a look. You'll see the description for the product and the price. Here's the selector for the size of the t-shirt. the quantity that I want to order, all this information is pulled out of the iCat Commerce Publisher database and is interacting live with iCat Commerce Exchange sitting on our server. Well, that's all the time we have for shopping today. I hope in this short period of time you've been able to see how easy it is to build a web catalog using the iCat Commerce Suite, the most complete solution for building the best catalogs on the web. If you'd like to see some more catalogs, visit us at www.icat.com.